Hi everyone, I've just come home from being out. I had a bit of red wine, you can probably tell. But I was driving tonight, so it was really good. So I went to dinner with a couple of friends and a couple of close friends and their partners. So, everything was fine. I was driving. We met up with one couple and we got to the city. And I didn't feel like a fifth wheel until the end of the night. After dinner, we went to this lounge bar, and it was like this little hut and 3 different chairs. So a 2-seater, another 2-seater, and another 2-seater. And I sat on the 2-seater on my own. And that's when it hit me. I was like, fuck, I'm single. And I don't miss my ex. I miss the idea of having someone in my life who cares about me. And then when we were walking out, obviously the first couple was walking ahead, holding hands. And the other couple was walking out holding hands, and there was fucking me just hanging out on my own. It's that, I think selling my rings today, and I felt very empowered, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm lonely. I miss having someone in my life who cares about me, someone who can just wrap their arms around me and cuddle me, and I know that I've got someone who loves me that I'm going home to. I don't know, just the idea of it. The whole concept of being single has never sat really well with me. It's something I need to learn to do and be on my own. But in that scenario, and I love these people and they're really close friends of mine. They're all lovely, and they didn't mean to be happy and loved up in their couple selves. But yeah, it really hit me when we were sitting outside and I was sitting on my own, and then there was 2 different couples loved up, and I really felt like a fifth wheel. And it's almost like people feel sorry for me too, because they know that I don't want to be a fifth wheel, but I am a fifth wheel. Like it is just reality. And I don't even know how I feel about it. So I just felt like I needed to jump on, and every time I jump online and post a video, I never plan it. Like it's all just comes from the heart, I guess. So yeah, I don't like feeling like a fifth wheel. I don't like feeling reminded that I'm alone. I'm not alone, but just without a partner in my life. I kind of feel like everyone's moving on and having kids and getting married and in their couples, and I don't really have any single friends. And everyone's like, oh, you need to go out, and by going out, you'll meet that person for you. That's my dog playing with his toy, in case you wanted to know. But I'm generally quite a positive, optimistic kind of a person, but I don't know. I went and saw a psychic a couple weeks back, and she gave me a reading and said that I would be down the beach eating fish and chips with a man, specifically Semaphore Beach. I love going to that beach. Snowy, no, don't do that now. Specifically Semaphore Beach. And she's like, I don't feel like he's too far away. I think you're going to meet him this year. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just kind of, I wish I could get out of the headspace of I want to meet him. Everyone's like, oh, just go out, just hook up with people. That's just not my style. It's not my style to go out and sleep with random people or have one-night stands or go on Tinder. And, it's just really not for me. It's really not my style. And so social settings with your couple friends And having no single friends makes it really hard. Because they're all like, oh, that's okay. You'll find him when you least expect it. It's like telling a pregnant person, no, it's like telling someone who wants to fall pregnant, oh, don't worry, don't think about it, it'll just happen. That annoys me because even though it's true, you don't want to hear that when you're just longing for something, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I'm not sad, like I don't want to cry. I'm not at that point, but I'm a bit like, oh, you know, like I'm a bit like, oh, I really would like to meet someone and have someone care about me enough to want to be with me and be in a relationship with me and no less get to know me and marry me and not just get in my pants. Like, it's just so not me. I'm just so not, you know. And like earlier this week, a friend of mine messaged me and she was like, oh, my boss really fancies you and all the women in my office think he's really good looking and I've shown him your photo and he's fully keen. I'm like, okay, so tell him to message me on Facebook. Nothing. She's like, oh, well, he's my boss. I can't really push him and force him. Granted, completely understand that. But if he was really that interested, wouldn't he message me? I think the right person won't care about labels and boundaries and games and waiting a few days and, you know, if it's meant to be, it'll be. If it's supposed to happen, it'll happen. But I'm fucking getting impatient. I'm getting really impatient. I've been single. I've been here before. I've been single before and it wasn't fun. It wasn't easy. I felt terribly lonely. And for someone with my kind of personality, like that's not good for my personality to feel that way. And everyone's like, oh, maybe you just need to be on your own and just, you know, enjoy your own company. Yeah, okay. I can only enjoy my own company so much when I'm going out to dinner with my couple friends and I'm fucking single. They're like, oh, I'll pay half and you pay, oh no, babe, I'll get this one. Oh no, honey, it's okay. I'll shout you the next. Just shit like that. And I love them dearly. Please don't get me wrong. And I love them to pieces, but I don't know. I don't like putting myself in that type of situation. And it was, you know, for an occasion we were out and, you know, I offered to drive and I don't mind. I think if I'm consuming more alcohol than I normally would in that kind of setting, I'd be fine. But we were out and the city was dead. There was like no one around. So even if we were in a bar, I was like, okay, cool, we'll go to a bar afterwards. It'd be great. Maybe there'll be some hot guys there. It was dead. There was no one. There were gay men in the bar. So I just feel like hibernating. And the psychic was like, oh, you'll meet him and it'll be completely random and it'll be out of nowhere. You'll be least expecting it. I just can't get out of the mindset of expecting it. Surely he's like driving the car next to me or in the supermarket or in the shop that I'm shopping at. No. I'm just losing hope a little, you know? So maybe when I get on and post this sort of stuff, I feel better. I think that's why I do it, because it's almost like writing a diary but not writing, and you're talking to someone, or you feel like you're talking to someone, and it kind of makes you feel better. That's kind of how I feel writing this sort of, or talking about this sort of stuff and doing video blogs. So even though I had a really high today, I feel like now I'm about to go to bed and just feel a little bit sad, a little bit lonely. Be nice to have someone to just cuddle in bed, you know, and talk about the night and how good was the food. And I don't know, what am I missing? Like, you know, forever and a day we talk about things that we don't have and worry and stress about things that we want. Why don't I have this? When really we should be grateful for what we do have. I'm grateful that I'm testing myself now. I'm grateful that I'm not in a shit relationship. I'm grateful that I'm back to my hometown. I'm grateful that I have such lovely friends around. I'm grateful that I can do what I like and not have to answer to anyone. I'm still thinking, it's starting to come around. I'm like, oh yeah, hang on. Like now I'm not sharing a house with anyone. I don't have to go to bed. I can watch a movie till 2 o'clock in the morning if I wanted to. Or, I can go and have a shower or have a bath and play some music and read a book. And there is a plus side to this. Yep, I'm starting to see it. And I don't have to commit myself to one person at this point. I'm not even dating. Like I'm honestly not even talking to any guys. This is where I'm at. Just can't be fucked. Can't be bothered. Not on Tinder. I think the reason why I went on Tinder and those websites was to talk to people. The biggest compliment is someone complimenting you and having someone talking to you. Before I deleted my account, I've got to get some more biscuits for my dogs. They both decided to eat biscuits, and they never eat biscuits, but tonight when I'm home wanting to go to bed, they suddenly want to eat biscuits. I was talking to this guy before I cancelled my Bumble account, and he was going overseas. He was in the army, and he was going overseas for 3 weeks for some work thing. And he's like, oh, I live such and such area. And I was like, oh, do you know this particular cafe? I tend to go there sometimes. So I went to that cafe that night. I wanted a hot chocolate. I was like, oh, well, are you free? Do you want to meet? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm packing. And I was like, literally, it's 2 minutes from your door. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Went there, had a hot chocolate, took a photo of it, sent it to him. Nothing. I was like, seriously, go away. Deleted my account. Don't want to hear about it. He was like, oh, I really want to catch up with you when I come back in 3 weeks. I'm like, no, mate, I'm not a when you feel like it kind of girl. You either like me or you don't. There's no, why is there grey area in all of that? Like, why? Why is the area grey? I'm going to have a fig. Because I'm hungry and I really wanted to stop at McDonald's. But I stopped myself from stopping at McDonald's. Loving figs right now. Oh my God. Look at this sucker. Look at that. Oh my God. So yummy. So, anyone out there want to take me on a date? Like, boo. I'm so charming right now. Spoke to this one guy who travels around Australia, wants to meet up for his one night here in Adelaide. He's like, I live here, you live here, like we don't live in the same state. Didn't think you'd want anything serious or long distance. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to just have sex and never speak to you again. It's just not me. Not my style. And all my girlfriends who are not single are like, yeah, just go out and have sex and that's it. I honestly just can't. I have feelings. I don't want to just sleep with someone and develop feelings for them and they don't develop feelings for me. It's an obvious don't want to get hurt situation. Figs are good. I also can't move from the kitchen because my dog is eating And he gets a bit scared when I walk past him and he's trying to eat, and he's eating biscuits. Now, my dogs don't eat biscuits often. I spend a ton of money on biscuits. They just look at the bowl, they look at me, and they're like, no, forget it, I'm not eating. Not eating your stupid biscuits. Well, I'm going to make them eat biscuits. And he's currently eating biscuits at 1 o'clock in the morning. And so I can't really move from where I'm standing until he finishes eating. So yeah, my rant is over. I just want to be loved. I don't want someone to just want to have sex with me. Don't get me wrong, I want to be in a relationship where, you know, physical intimacy is high on the agenda. Don't get me wrong. You know, that certainly was lacking in my last relationship. I just want to feel loved again, you know. I want to feel adored. I want to feel important. Important enough to someone else. And I think that's what I miss. Amazing what a good night's sleep can do, even though I'm feeling a bit low. And I think honestly, the sale of those rings today has made me feel a little bit sad. I wouldn't be human if I wasn't feeling something. That was a huge step for me today. Massive step. You know, just, even though I wasn't really holding on to them for a particular reason or in hopes to get back or anything like that, it just symbolized something for me. And I committed so much of myself to someone who I obviously didn't know very well. And those rings mean nothing now. Means absolutely nothing. And I know nothing about him, and we're complete and total strangers, where 12 months ago was my best friend. Like, confided in him a lot and depended on him for advice when it came to everything. So it just feels a little strange. And I guess it's still sort of sinking in, and how permanent that seems to be. I think I'll feel a little bit more of that when I get divorced finally, but you know, everyone's like, you know, you got to think of the positives and there's good things that come out of all situations, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. People who aren't single think that they know everything and go, oh, well, you know, just go out, have fun, play the field. Are you single in this day and age? You know how hard it is to date or get a date? Yeah. So, anyway, I'm going to bed and I'm going to have a good night's sleep, and hopefully we feel much better in the morning, a bit more refreshed and not so low. Need to feel gratitude for what I have and stop dwelling on stuff that I can't control, because things happen the way they do, not because we want them to, but because they need to at that given moment in time. So anyway, that's enough from me tonight. So remember to love yourself more. Good night.